I never imagined I'd be sitting in my car in an Orlando hospital parking lot at 3 a.m., ugly, crying so hard I couldn't breathe, wondering if my life was basically over at 35. But the real kicker, the person who was supposed to love me most had just walked out the door forever. And what happened after that turned everything around in ways I never saw coming. My name is Evelyn Smith, and 6 months ago I thought I finally had it all figured out. Then the rug got yanked out so fast it left me spinning, and girl, the comeback? That's the part that still gives me chills. Before I begin my story, I just want to say thank you for listening to me pour my heart out. It means more than you know. Please let me know in the comments where you're listening from and what time it is. I love picturing your world as I share mine. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. That little click helps me more than you can imagine. Now, let me tell you what really happened. I grew up in a big, loud, opinionated family right here in Orlando, Florida. You know, the type Disney annual passes, backyard barbecues that last till midnight, and everybody thinking they know what's best for you. I'm the middle of 3 sisters. Lauren was the golden child, Stratus student, scholarship to UCF, now killing it in hospitality management downtown, with a corner office and a salary that made Mom brag to all her friends at book club. Harper, the youngest, was the free spirit always, the cute one who got away with everything and now has 2 little ones that grandma spoils rotten. Me? I was the dependable one, the practical one who kept everything running smooth. Community college for accounting, steady job doing bookkeeping for a mid-size property management company in Winter Park. It wasn't glamorous, but it paid the bills and let me build a little cushion. Family get-togethers were always the same routine. So, Evelyn, still crunching numbers for those rental places? Dad would ask with that half smile like it was sweet I had a job at all. Lauren would jump in with stories about her latest big client or promotion, and suddenly the whole table was hanging on her every word. I'd just nod, pass the potato salad, and change the subject. It stung more than I admitted. The pay gap was real. I managed multi-million-dollar portfolios, trained the new hires, caught errors that saved the company thousands. But the guy still got the bigger raises. When I brought it up once, my boss said I was too emotional, so I swallowed it, kept my head down, and handled my business. Then Marcus came into the picture. We matched on Bumble. He was an Orange County paramedic, tall, easy laugh, the kind of guy who could calm a room just by walking in. Dates at Lake Eola, late-night aeropays from the food trucks on Orange Avenue. Cheering the Magic at games when we could snag cheap tickets. After 2 years together, we rented a cute little bungalow in College Park. Rent was a killer, but we split everything 50-50 and started talking real future. Steph marriage, maybe buying a place farther out in Oviedo someday. Kids when we were ready. Last New Year's Eve, he got down on one knee under the fireworks at Crane's Roost Park. I cried, said yes, and posted that ring pic like every other happy girl in Orlando. Life felt solid for the first time ever. But then the headaches started sneaking up on me. At first I blamed the Florida heat. Long hours staring at spreadsheets, wedding planning, stress, whatever excuse worked. We women are pros, aren't we? But they got worse. Migraines that laid me out flat pounding temples. Nausea, lights stabbing my eyes like knives. Marcus got scared, kept pushing me to go to the doctor. You're the toughest woman I know. But this isn't normal. I finally booked an appointment at my clinic near Fashion Square Mall, blood tests, referrals, then the MRI at Advent Health, downtown. Waiting on those results was torture. 2 weeks of acting like everything was fine, brunch with Lauren planning centerpieces, helping Mom with Harper's baby shower invites. I worked extra hours to pad our honeymoon fund. Marcus was sweet, bringing home Publix Suggs, holding ice packs to my head when the pain hit. The call came on a random Thursday while I was at my desk. Miss Smith, the neurologist, needs to see you tomorrow in person. My heart sank straight to my stomach. Marcus was pulling a double shift, so I drove myself the next morning. Sat in that cold exam room, knees bouncing, until the doctor came in with the images. Evelyn, we found a mass. It's a meningioma benign. That's the good part, that it's large and pressing on important areas. Surgery is the best option, and we should schedule it soon. Benign. They repeated it like it was supposed to make everything okay. But brain surgery? Possible paralysis, speech problems, memory issues. I fired off questions until my voice cracked. He was patient, explained everything, but it all blurred together. I stumbled out to the parking garage, got in my car under those buzzing lights, and completely fell apart. Sobbing so hard I couldn't see, chest heaving, alone in the middle of Orlando with the scariest words I'd ever heard ringing in my ears. Marcus started picking up overtime, coming home exhausted and short-tempered. We snapped over stupid stuff, laundry, groceries, whatever. Money pressure turned everything toxic. The night before surgery, we were eating takeout from 4 Rivers on the couch when it blew up. He lost it over a credit card statement. Evelyn, this debt is gonna drown us. I love you, but I didn't sign up for going broke. Before we even tied the knot, he took it back right away, cried with me. But those words hung heavy. I saw the fear in his eyes, not just for my health, but for our whole future. Surgery morning, he drove me to the hospital at sunrise, kissed me in pre-op, promised he'd be waiting. I'll be right here when you wake up, babe. But when I finally came to head, shaved on one side, staples burning, pain like a freight train, the recovery bay was empty except for nurses. He texted, "Major call came in, multi-car pileup on the turnpike." I understood lives were at stake, but damn, it cut deep. The surgery went perfect. They got the whole tumor, clean margins, no cancer. A straight-up miracle. But recovery? Pure hell. Hospital days blurred into weeks at home with drains, meds, dizziness that made walking to the bathroom feel impossible. Physical therapy, speech therapy, fighting insurance, every step for approvals and coverage. Marcus helped the first couple weeks, but I could feel him pulling away. Extra shifts turned into staying at the station. Nights alone got longer. 2 months later, bills hit over $60,000 after insurance. Collection calls nonstop. I still couldn't go back to work. Doctor wouldn't clear me. Savings wiped out on rent and meds. We fought constantly about money, the wedding, everything. One night he grabbed a duffel. I can't keep doing this. The stress watching you hurt, it's killing me. I need space. Just like that, he walked out. Ring still on my finger. House suddenly silent. Heart in pieces on top of a healing brain. That's when rock bottom really hit. Curled in bed, scar throbbing, staring at late rent notices. Applied for disability. Food assistance standing in those crowded Orlando offices, filling out forms that made me feel small. Family helped a little. Lauren sent DoorDash gift cards. Mom dropped off casseroles, but spent most visits talking about Harper's kids. The loneliness crushed me. Post-breakup isolation in a tourist town where everyone's on vacation except you? Brutal. Friends drifted. Too busy with their own lives. Too uncomfortable with this sick friend. I had to leave the bungalow, couldn't swing rent solo. Bounced to a spare room at a co-worker's place in Altamonte Springs. Everything else in storage. 35, freshly single. Starting from scratch with a surgical scar in a mountain of debt. Some mornings I honestly didn't know how I'd keep going. But somewhere inside, a tiny fire refused to go out. I'd survived a brain tumor. I wasn't finished yet. That's when I started clawing my way back, one shaky step at a time. And sis, what happened next changed my whole life. So there I was, 35, living in a spare bedroom in Altamonte Springs with a shaved patch under my hair. A stack of medical bills, taller than my nightstand, and a broken engagement that still stung every time I looked at my bare finger. Some days I'd wake up dizzy from the surgery aftermath, scroll through my phone seeing everybody's perfect holiday pics, Disney trips, new houses, babies, and wonder how I'd gone from planning a wedding to fighting just to keep the lights on. But girl, that's exactly when I decided I wasn't letting this story end with me on the floor. The first thing I did was get real honest with myself. I opened every single bill, made a spreadsheet because, hello, I'm still an accountant at heart, and faced the numbers head on. 60 grand plus in debt, credit score tanking, no income coming in yet. Scary as hell, but knowledge is power, right? I called the hospital's financial aid office and asked about charity care program. Turns out Advent Health has one for Florida residents who qualify. Filled out the paperwork, got a huge chunk forgiven. Then I tackled the rest. Set up payment plans with no interest. Consolidated what I could. I learned to negotiate like my life depended on it because, in a way, it did. Ladies, if you're drowning in medical debt, pick up the phone. Ask for the billing department. Be polite but firm. And don't hang up until they give you options. It works. Next came the loneliness. Orlando's full of people, but when you're going through something heavy, it can feel like the emptiest place on earth. I was tired of crying alone in that borrowed room, so I forced myself out. Started with little things, slow walks around Crane's Roost Park just to feel the sun on my face. Then I downloaded Bumble BFF. Yeah, the friend version. Sounds cheesy, but I swear it saved me. Met a couple women my age. One's a teacher in Maitland. Another's a nurse who'd had her own health scare. We grabbed coffee at Foxtail. Talked about everything from insurance nightmares to bad breakups. Real talk, no filters. For the first time in months, I laughed without forcing it. I also found a free support group for brain tumor survivors that meets at the Cancer Center on Princeton Street. Walking in that first night was terrifying. Everybody sharing their stories, scars on display, but by the end I felt less like a victim and more like a warrior. One lady, Rosa, she's in her 50s, told me, Meja, you don't get over this. You get through it, and you come out stronger. I wrote that down and stuck it on my mirror. Physically, I had to rebuild too. The tumor and surgery left me with balance issues and fatigue that hit like a wall some afternoons. Doctor kept saying gentle movement was key. So I signed up for chair yoga at the YMCA in winter. Park super affordable with their sliding scale membership. First class one could barely hold a pose without wobbling. But the instructor, Miss Teresa, just smiled and said, progress, not perfection. Honey, I went twice a week, then 3. Started feeling my strength come back bit by bit. Yoga taught me to breathe through the hard stuff, on the mat and off. If you're dealing with any health junk, mental or physical, find a class. Your body and your mind will thank you. Money was still tight, so I got creative. Picked up freelance bookkeeping gigs on Upwork, nothing huge, just enough to cover basics while I waited for full medical clearance. Turned out working from home in pajamas was a blessing. No commute, no pretending I wasn't exhausted. Slowly, the bank account stopped bleeding out. Family dynamics shifted too. At first, mom and dad tiptoed around me, treating me like I might break. Lauren kept sending passive-aggressive texts about taking it easy. One Sunday, I invited them all over to my little rented room for coffee and laid it out straight. I love y'all, but I don't need pity. I need you to see me as Evelyn again, not the sick one. It was awkward. Tears happened, but something clicked. Mom started calling just to chat, not check on me. Lauren even asked for advice on her own work stress. We're not perfect now, but we're better. The biggest surprise? Marcus? About 4 months after he left, he texted out of the blue. Said he'd been thinking about me nonstop. Regretted walking away when I needed him most. Asked if we could talk. I won't lie, I hesitated. Part of me wanted to tell him to kick rocks, but another part remembered the good years. We met at Stardust Lounge in Ivanhoe, neutral ground. He looked rough, like guilt had been eating him alive. Apologized for bailing, admitted the debt and fear freaked him out more than he could handle back then. I listened, told him my side, how abandoned I felt, how I'd clawed my way back without him. We didn't fall into each other's arms that night, but we started talking again, slowly. Coffee turned into dinners. He came to a yoga class with me once, awkward as hell in downward dog, but he showed up. We're taking it day by day. No labels yet, but for the first time I feel like it's on my terms. Today, almost a year after that parking lot breakdown, I'm back at work part-time. My boss held my spot, gave me flexible hours. Debt's down to a manageable 20 grand with a solid payoff plan. Hair's grown out enough for cute pixie styles that actually look good on me. I run a little online community now for Women in Central Florida dealing with health and money, stress, nothing fancy. Just a Facebook group where we swap tips on everything from negotiating bills to free therapy resources. Through 211, we meet up once a month at Barney's. Coffee in Winter Park. Seeing those women show up stronger each time, that's my new purpose. I'm not going to say everything's perfect. Some days the scar itches, fatigue hits, or a bill reminder makes my chest tight. But I know now I'm tougher than any tumor, any breakup, any bank balance. I learned to advocate for myself, the doctor's office, at work, in relationships. I built a circle that lifts me up instead of one I have to shrink for. And most important, I stopped waiting for life to get back to normal. This is my new normal land, honestly. It's pretty damn beautiful. So if you're out there right now, sitting in your own version of that hospital parking lot, feeling like the wait's too much, listen to me. You are stronger than you know. One step, one phone call, one deep breath at a time. Reach out for help. Join that group. Make that budget. Go to that yoga class. You don't have to do it alone, and you sure as hell don't have to stay stuck. Thank you for letting me share my heart with you. If any of this hit home, drop a comment below. Tell me where you're watching from, what you're going through, or just say hi. We're in this together. And if you want to stick around for more real talk like this, hit that subscribe button. You deserve to feel seen, supported, and strong. I love y'all. Talk soon.